And it's back. See? I don't know why I have to do all of that. I shouldn't have to do it. All right, everything's good to go. I think. There's sound. Everything. I see game sound. I see me speaking. All right. Hydrate. Bet. 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 Online services have concluded you will not be able to use the online features. Say. Side ops. It's been one long Metal Gear ride for the past 2 weeks. And we're finally in the end game, technically.
She told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long. Here. You earned it. How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier.
Damn, Chico. Man, why'd he have a headphone jack in his chest?
Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
Now, who's this supposed to be? Dude with the fucked up body, fucked up neck. I'm like Voldemort out here.
Ten days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by a Belizean fisherman who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
It's supposed to be. Is this supposed to be like fucking Major Zero? Nah. I don't remember. Another game I only played once.
Trojan horse is in.
It's called Identity.
This pirate crackdown's a go. Move!
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
Why is it like mirrored? Yeah.
We'll send a chopper from across the Cuban border. You should be back at Mother Base in time for lunch. You'll probably just miss our guests. The only catch is you go in solo. The politically sensitive nature of the mission means backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then. I'm in front of the prison camp.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Kiefer Sullivan. No. That one shit. I don't know why they didn't use David Hayter, bro.
Chico and Paz are being held in an old unused part of the
I mean, I
compound.
get it, but like,
Get inside and head
still gets me
northeast.
kind of irritated.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any
There you
further,
go.
use your binoculars to recon the
I just
area.
heard my controller talk to me for a second. I was like, what?
What do you see? Press the call button to get more intel. Your binoculars are equipped with a directional microphone. You should be able to listen in on whatever they're pointed at.
2 out of 40 enemies. I don't see no other movement out here.
We had no more than a dozen guys at Barranquilla. Some of them with barely enough gear to protect themselves. Now here we are, not 1 year later, over 300 men strong. But the way I see it, this is still our 0 hour. Once this mission's behind us, I want to pitch you some ideas about expansion.
A rocket launcher?
Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there. Keep low. You can check the controls on the pause screen.
They really making me access the internet so I can see the controls for the fucking game? This is. I'm about to say. Attack, CQC, ready weapon, radio, hold binoculars, contextual action, reload, change stance, quick dive. Equip primary, secondary, support item, equip item, dash. I already missed the goofiness and silliness of Rising. Facts. Oh, I can make this. I don't have to do all the stealth shit. I could just go into this bitch guns blazing. Fight a war. Honestly, probably be a lot simpler.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
Ah, already has a silence. Rise, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker.
Now head east to the old prison area. You can bring up the target's location on your iDroid. This is the transmission we intercepted. Chico's call for help.
Classic Tier 2. You're at the prison area on the coast. There's some cages to the east of a big building. East an old grassy facility. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
You can use your iDroid to check all sorts of operational data. The map, objectives, the target's location. You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
Fuck all that.
Contact me if you need advice.
You okay?
Eyes open, boss.
CP, this is Zulu 7. We got a dead friendly here. Enemy's gotta be close. Over. This is CP. Understood. All fire teams check your surroundings. Flush out the intruder. Out.
Word.
CP, this is Delta 9. Still no sign of the enemy. Standing down. Over. This is CP. Understood.
I would not stand down.
Return to your post. Out.
And like everyone return to your post. One of our homies was just
That
killed.
range just won't let up. It'll help you stay out of sight, but watch you don't get hypothermia. I've sent VIs of the targets to your iDroid. Take a good look. You've got explosives. They'll pack enough power to destroy their anti-air defenses or vehicles. Open the menu tab, then select Mission Info. From there you can view targets' photos or check other visual information. You should try listening in on those soldiers.
How do
Casual
I
chatter could reveal something in a place like this.
make the triangle?
Anti-air emplacement confirmed destroyed. You'll have an easier time calling in the chopper to your position now.
CP, this is Delta 2. The installation's been damaged. Possible enemy sabotage. Over. This is CP. Understood. Check it out immediately and give us sit rep. Out.
I'm not used to L1 not being the like L1's the radio now. Like, I'm not used to it. And all the gear stuff is like it's on the D-pad now.
Arrived at SIG. Beginning check. Over. CP, understood. Keep your eyes open. Out.
The targets are in the old prison. way too exposed there. Find some cover and stick to it.
Bro, he moved right as I shot.
CP, this is Delta 2. Still no sign of the enemy. Standing down. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stand down. Stand down. Return to your post. Out.
So your suppressor is worn out. That gun will be as loud as any other now. If you have to shoot, be careful.
CP, this is Delta 6. Under fire! There's no sign of the enemy! Over. This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them! Out. CP, this is Delta 6. Spotted a suspicious person. Checking it out. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out. Delta 6, this is CP. Give me a sit rep. Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
The surveillance camera.
I don't know why he's tranquilized, but
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right.
he knows him.
CP, this is Delta 9. Hostile gun out of sight. Searching now. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch yourselves. Don't let them flank you. Out.
You can use that to take out their vehicles or anti-air guns. But you'll be broadcasting your position to the whole base. If you're gonna use it, be ready. You can fire its weapon too. Check the pause screen for details.
Control setting, control type. Accelerate, brake, reverse, fire, enter, exit vehicle, radio. Just destroying everything in my path, bro. You guys don't want this. Here? Damn, I'm way off. Just blowing shit up.
CP, this is Delta 3. The enemy got away. Starting a search now. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let them get the drop on you. Keep your guard up. Out.
Chico. Chico, it's me.
No! No! Go away! Go away! Get off me!
Chico,
Get off!
keep it down.
Go away!
Chico, calm down. Calm down. Don't fight it. I got Chico.
And Paz,
Not here.
are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Is Chico able to walk?
Hold on. Not gonna happen.
You'll
Damn.
have to carry him out there.
They screw
Okay, boss,
bolts and
change
shit
the
into
plan.
his ankles.
Haul Chico over to the rendezvous point. We'll get Paz's whereabouts out of him once he's calmed down. I've marked the RV on your map. Okay, now carry Chico there. You don't have a head first in the ocean. The RV's just a little further. That's it. You're at the RV. The enemy's trying to take you out. Find a place to hide the target. Don't push yourself. Fall back to a safe position.
CP, this is Zone 6. No sign of the enemy. Searching the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch yourselves. Don't let them flank you. Out.
Looks like they've lost visual on you. Okay, now use your iDroid to call the chopper for pickup.
CP, this is Delta 9. No sign of the enemy. Searching the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. They can't have gotten far. Stay alert. Out.
Looks like they've lost visual on you. Okay, now use your iDroid to call the chopper for pickup.
L2.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
CP, this is Delta 4.
This is Morpho. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Calling off the search. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert. Out.
This is Morpho. On station at LZ. Put the target on the chopper. You can pull him out too if you want, but just don't forget the targets. Okay, target is in.
And was like, pause is dead.
Chico's tape. Think it could give us a clue to Paz's location? Use your iDroid to listen to it.
got iDroid. The iPod. Or the Android. Got the iDroid.
On your feet.
Okay.
Chico was taken out of his cage. Did he leave the tape recording while he was being moved? Paz might be up ahead. I hear vehicles. And a flag. Must be near the heliport. A gate. Chico left the tape on record while he was being moved. Try using what you hear to find Paz. If you're still not sure, listen to the tape again. That's the admin building. Watch your corners.
Should have took out most enemies. Paz has seen better days.
Boss, get Paz onto the helicopter.
That man didn't see his homeboy dead over here on the ground.
아이고. Stop it. Stop it.
CP, this is Zulu 1. Gunfire. No fix on the position. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, be on alert.
Go ahead and call the chopper.
Is it an illusion?
Keep an eye out for nearby enemies. They can try to shoot down the chopper.
That shit is moving.
CP, this is Delta 1. There was an explosion. Damage unknown. Over. This is CP. Understood. Locate threat immediately and eliminate as necessary. CP, this is Zulu 1. We've arrived at the scene. Checking things out. Over. CP, understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
Roger. Dispatching chopper. Put the target on the chopper.
Like, are they not gonna show the rest of the cutscene? Ah, there we go.
Snake. Snake!
Medic! She's rigged. Damn it, we were set up!
We gotta get it out. No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
Hold her down. Hold her down!
Yeah.
Keep her gut in. Boss.
Yeah, throw that shit, open the door and throw that shit.
Breathing stable. No active bleeding. She's clean. I'm closing her up. Hold her steady. It's gotta be a continuous suture.
Control tower, this is Morpho 1. All hummingbirds are on the wing. We'll shake hands, then head back to the cage. Boss, you got a call. Boss, can you hear me?
What's up, Huey?
Our guests are right on time. Document destruction and hangar decontamination are complete. AFVs have been stowed away, and Zeke's on the seafloor along with a nuke. Everyone's got their story straight. The guided tour will be wrapped up by the time you get home.
Make me proud.
By the time they leave, I'll have the IAEA praising us as the poster boys for world peace. Out.
Tower, this is Morpho 1. Do you copy? Can't get through. The link seems fine, but...
Look how one he just spawns up on the scene and changes the situation, knocks out a chopper, and everything. Oh, problems. Miller. When everything you built in Peace Walker is destroyed.
The inspection was nothing but a smokescreen. I heard explosions, then... They played us like a damn fiddle! Give it back! This isn't right, that was ours! We built it, damn it! Bitch! Come on, start talking, bitch! Come on, get up and start talking!
Bob, there's...
It's all right, we got it out.
There's another in my...
Literally, the medic was like right in front of him. Smoke from the disaster was visible from the coastline. Media blamed money behind private militias and allowed the U.S. to figure out one of the organization's top clients. In response, the Secretary of Defense publicly stated that neither the United States nor its allies had any hand in it. Reports suggested the IAE inspectors visited the site. However, the UN and the IAE insisted no such inspections took place. Casualty figure is uncertain. There are no human survivors. However, in the moment prior, well then, when you don't read fast enough.
Your favorite song? Nicolas Barthes. Immigrants wrongly executed. But their deaths served as a message to others. That ours is a society that murders the innocent. Do you too believe your sacrifice will change the world?
That's that. Quick game. when you just fucking do the objective, it's fairly quick. Rip pause. Only one last thing to do. I mean, you could definitely replay this game over and over and over and over. Because there's like a couple, there's mad side ops and stuff. Yeah, just a little over 2 weeks. Yeah. I think it says 14 days ago. Was well, when I looked at it when we finished Metal Gear Solid 4 yesterday. It's like I told you, bro. All right. I mean, it could have been done sooner if I played every day and didn't miss fucking some days. Could have been done faster. Today's Sunday, right? Fuck, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm thinking it's like Saturday. Oh my god. Where the fuck did the time? It went into Metal Gear. Fuck. Hey, cut. Just gotta get through the Phantom Pain. And then that's it. Yo, so it's fucking storming outside, right? And when I was trying to switch the consoles, I noticed that my package came in for some new games. But it was fucking raining outside. I was like, yo, and it was fucking, like, it was pouring hard. And so that little package that I had, that I received the game in was like soaked, super soakered. All the plastic is all like. But I got Terminator Resistance now. This should look crazy. What do you call it, from pictures that I've seen? I picked up Forspoken because I have to decide myself if that game is trash or not. And I picked up a box for a day one edition of Trinity's Trigger, some RPG. Like, I can't wait to one day be able to play these. One day. we'll see. Damn, these credits is long as hell for a short ass game. They've only been on for an hour. As I switch to the next game. Yeah, because because since you're a regular, you have like an insane amount of credits. Like, you and Freeware probably have like the most credits. Freeware ain't requesting
Cypher's
stuff.
been in hiding
It's
ever
all
since
good.
his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact
Probably.
the boss. Tell me where he is. Where is Cypher? Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself.
Right, he doesn't
But
spend
you,
his.
right now, are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is...
God damn it, pause. The timeline and events. We continued in the Phantom Pain. Okie dokie.
Don't you die on me, damn it! Keep is dropping! Intubate, now! Clear! No response. Hit him again! Clear!
You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know. You would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
I remember when this shit happened. Everybody was tripping like, oh my god.
Stop hurting.
People were losing their shit. Those were simpler times. A better time. Just to add a little lore onto this bitch. Before we switch to the next game.
I made it ashore. I'm in Cuba. Security looks lighter than I thought. I wonder where Paz is. It's dark, but there are soldiers everywhere. Lots of choppers coming and going. Those lights are so bright. Time to get moving. I got close to the fence to see if I could spot her. They had a guard posted, so I got out of there. Guess security's not so light after all. I'm coming, Paz. I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I found her. It's gotta be Paz. No. They're looking for me.
Enough. Quit that struggle. Got him secured. It's a kid.
No.
I got caught. I'm in a cage. Give me back my recorder. At least whoever finds this will know what happened. They're holding others here too. Still no sign of Paz.
Damn, this is March 9 through 11, 1975.
Don't touch me, you son of a bitch!
Well, Paz was like 16 in Peace Walker. So she's probably like near 20s, early 20s, or just almost there, 18, 19. Hasn't been that many years.
She looks weak. We need her alive. Yes, sir.
Paz.
Huh?
You're back early today.
Early?
And the sun is still up.
See?
Yeah.
Chico,
Yes?
let us not do this, okay?
Huh?
I do not think I want to talk to you.
But I came here to...
Just be quiet, or I'll scream.
What the... I don't get it.
So yeah, so they've been there for like 2 months. I think it's the one we listened to in the game.
On your feet.
Okay.
That was a day later. Interrogation. Man, for 2 months, they just were taking her in and out of the cage to beat the shit out of her, do God knows what else.
You've got company. Does it hurt? Talk. Talk. You can speak, can't you? Then talk.
Okay. Okay.
Good boy.
Chico,
Your
you
boss
sold
and
out
I
your
go way
compas,
back.
your compas, and you sold me out
Don't
too
count on me
again.
coming to rescue you.
It was
If you're
twice.
a real soldier, you'll find your own way out. But don't bother trying to escape. Let's say you get lucky, and you don't look very lucky. And by some miracle, you get out of your cage. Let's even say you're able to elude the guards. Then what? The nearest Cuban border is 4 miles to the east. 4 miles of barren, America-controlled soil. Think you'd make it? You wouldn't get any help.
It's always
from the Cubans.
America.
And the border's a mess of live minefields.
Why are we assholes?
Think you'd make it through that? With your girlfriend in tow? If you were that lucky, you wouldn't even be here right now. But don't lose hope. There's another way out, for both you and the girl. This way is much simpler. I ask, you answer. Easy, right? Just tell me what you know.
You're dumber than you look. Wasting your time torturing kids.
Tell me about your base.
Chico.
Well,
Chico!
Hit me! Again!
trying to impress the girl, little man? How cute. All right. Let's try something else.
Stop it!
She'll get what she deserves. We were comrades once. But she betrayed us. Deception and deceit. What better proof she's a real woman? Show him.
Do you realize what you're doing? Cypher is watching. Let go of me! You will be next. Your hideous face will...
Repulsive, isn't it? Look. Look carefully. Watch out when you grow up, boy. This is the kind of woman you'll want to avoid. Of course, scars like those make it rather difficult to lead a normal life. I should know. Continue. Talk, and you both go free.
Chico! No!
Only you can stop this.
Don't talk! Chico! Please! No!
God damn.
Buzz. Why?
You just hit the music.
Move. Get up.
Huh?
You heard me. Do you like what you see? I said, do you like what you see? It's like fruit. Does she look sweet or sour? A man
It's like what
has to know
happened
these
to Chico and Paz.
Time for a taste test. Either you take her now, or you're strung up next.
Don't worry, Chico.
No. No.
It's okay. Chico, you won't hurt me.
I don't.
Get on with it.
I can't.
Chico.
No.
Come on.
Out at sea?
Sound like he was trying to force him to fuck or something.
Staff of 300? But usually there's... Zeke. And again.
See? That wasn't so hard.
You got what you wanted. Aren't you satisfied?
We're halfway there.
Maybe you shouldn't play these. It's almost done.
Chico? Chico?
Thought you didn't want to talk to me.
There's one thing I want to say.
What?
I missed you, Chico.
Yeah.
Come here.
Huh?
Closer.
No.
Sorry.
Enough already.
You want to do it here?
Bruh. Secretly recorded POW interrogation.
I needed this place to listen to the words people have to say. That's something they could never understand. You've done your part. You told us plenty. You've known the pain of ages. And even now you think, as any person would, that this can't be happening. Is it education? Morals? Faith? Just the imprint of a lifetime of stories? Face to face with oblivion, which is where you are, and you still think that help is coming. The world you were born into is made to save you. Isn't that right? Of course it is. Everyone knows that. Until your last breath, you know it. Without the slightest chance or reason left to them, humans are capable of hope. I'm no different. But for one thing, when my time came calling, I didn't die. My family died, my country died, but they didn't take me with them. All hell took from me was this skin.
This outer peel that marked me human. My village had an oilseed field and a fine factory. Every day, my friends and I would see our parents at work in that factory. That's all I had. All the world I knew. Then one day, aircraft came droning in from some far-off sky. The factory was bombed. Some spies had told them we were making weapons. The building burned. We tried to flee outside. The crowd blocked the exit. The crowd of people. Hot. So hot. I tried to push through their legs and get ahead, but a boot in my stomach put me on the ground. The smoke of them burning filled me up. I heard my name called, but not for long. At the infirmary they carried me to, a nurse in the corridor saw me and remarked, as if it happened every day, they should let the poor thing die. Those are the only words of my mother tongue I remember. It was the language of my village. Until foreign troops
This must be
invaded.
Skullface.
Then the last identity I had left, the words I spoke, were pulled from me. My skin would never feel anything again. This face would be burned again, in torture, at foreign hands. But I still writhe in that burning factory, doused in scalding rapeseed oil. That's all I have to feel, that pain. All I have to remind me I exist here. Those spies reported well. We made weapons, all right. As cartloads of rifles came in from the battlefields, we fixed them up and sent them back out. So our country could win. Or rather, so that little world we knew could continue. I came to realize I mustn't die. I'm their last hope. All those who perished and left me here. I have to accomplish something. If I don't, their will be swept out of this world. So, do you see me now? Tell me, what do you see? Hmm? You have eyes. What do your eyes see? Yes, that's right. You see a skull face. You see me. This skull is who I am. My mark, my proof of humanity. I have no country, no language, I have no face. But I haven't lost my skull. So I told myself, the pain and effort that keep me alive will never know relief, never bear fruit, never be repaid. I know that, but I told myself to focus on some hope, a non-existent hope, to guide me through this burning world. A hope. Call it a dream. A melancholic delusion. As the pressures within me stretch me to bursting, and I force myself not to cry out, though the words I thought were carved into me are gone, and all I knew is dead. I know how you feel. I've felt that.
So show me that I'm not the only one. That you too can return to this world for revenge. Do you see me? Don't die. Don't die. Ah.
Well then. Pre-mission briefing. And Olaf pauses reports. Pauses diary. Got the Heavens Divide. The Peace Walker theme. Pretty sure this is just... Oh no, yeah, World of Pause Survival. I guess everything. What was that? Flight of the Valkyries? Yeah, that's what it was called. I'll play it. Like, I still remember my classical music. Yeah, ride the Valkyrie. These things are actually pretty long.
This is a one-man infiltration mission, boss. Equipment is the bare essentials. Anything else will be OSP. The target location...
You've heard this.
Snake, yesterday we received official communication from the IAEA. It says, it has come to our attention that your organization recently purchased nuclear fuel from Uzbekistan authorities. We request permission to inspect your facilities.
What a load of bullshit.
Yeah, they're after Metal Gear Zeke's nuclear warhead. I'm betting this is payback from Cypher after Paz's leak.
Using the UN.
There's no telling how much influence they have. But
Keith Sullivan. Why? What made them do that? Why drop David Hayter? I don't understand that.
We haven't signed a safeguards agreement with the IAEA over peaceful
Did they ever mention
use,
why?
And we're not obligated to report any nuclear material we have, nor information about any nuclear facilities. The IAEA has no authority to inspect us.
But despite all that...
That nuke's our last line of defense. We don't want to announce we have it until the world is preparing to wipe us off the map. Until then, we let everyone think we're just a private army with conventional firepower.
What's Huey's take?
That the problem's how to hide the nuke in Metal Gear. But I gotta tell you, he was all for it.
I see. But there's no way we can have the IAEA poking around here.
So what do? Ignore them?
Send them an official letter of refusal. Say that we're a private organization and we've done nothing to attract this suspicion.
You got it.
We finished Zeke's waterproofing reinforcement yesterday. The day after tomorrow, we'll be done installing the main depth control tank, the compressed air tank, and the attitude control propeller pod.
Huey.
If the underwater test goes well, next week we'll try the 300-foot seabed depth.
Drop the act, Huey. How did we end up agreeing to the nuclear inspection?
Because after you sent that letter, I told them. After careful reconsideration, we agree to your request. And frankly, we should be inspected. This is our chance. If they come and go without discovering the nuke, we can tell the world we're clean. Of course, it's risky, and we'll have to make sure everything's perfect, but it'll be worth it.
Huey, can they do an inspection without going through the Board of Governors?
We contacted the IAEA's admin branch, and they said there's no record of us being brought up at any of the board's meetings.
I'd say probably a preliminary inspection to determine whether we should be referred to the board. So it's bound to be a small inspection team, and they won't be here that long. Don't worry, leave everything to me.
Has the media gotten wind of this?
Yeah, 2 major Western networks want to do stories on us. I planned on saying yes.
What? You want to broadcast this place to the world?
That's why I agreed to the inspection. This is a golden opportunity. We can use the media to prove to the world we
God
don't
damn it,
have
Huey.
a nuke. Besides, even if we said
we
no,
do have
it
a
would just
nuke.
be delaying the inevitable.
Kaz, our hands are tied now. Start getting the place ready.
Thanks, boss.
Don't get the wrong idea. You set it up so that any more changes of heart will arouse suspicion, that's all.
Zeke stays, but we'll have to move all other AFVs to shore. Any potential troublemakers can go with them for some mandatory R&R. Sound good, boss?
Just do it. About the inspection, what do we tell the men?
The truth. What else? The one thing we don't need to worry about is anyone here spilling the beans about Zeke.
Good point. What about the Sandinistas? There's still quite a few of them left on the base.
I hate to say it, but it won't look good having Soviet bloc personnel here. The problem is, moving a group that size in a hurry would look even worse.
At least Amanda's on assignment in Cuba. They'd recognize her. She should stay put for now.
All civilians save Huey will have to return to their countries.
Even your Parisian?
Of course. We'll get her whatever paper she needs. Dr.
Oh, the
Strangelove's
bird color.
departure came at a perfect time. The less Zeke-related staff here, the better.
Wait, she left?
That's right. You were away on a mission. She left last week. There's nothing cooking in AI weapons research, and Zeke is complete. There was really no reason for her to hang around.
I'm surprised Huey let her go that easy.
Yeah, his crush on Strangelove was never much of a secret, huh? He followed her everywhere while Zeke was in development. Boy, would she get pissed. But he does have a lot on his mind right now. I've got bigger issues to deal with. That's what he said.
That's the spirit, Huey.
"10 days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by Belizean fishermen who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear
How did they
inspection.
lose Paz?
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news.
Like, I remember
the ones who sent Paz to us in the first
and
place.
Miller
She knows
after
their
the
true
Peace Walker
nature.
incident bounced.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher.
How'd they figure out
If
she was
she's
a
still
spy?
alive, we need her on our side. If not us, who else is gonna rescue that bitch?
When do we do it?
The inspection comes first. We'll deal with us afterwards.
Do the men know?
Word has started to spread. The information came from Cuba through Amanda. One of the base personnel used to belong to El Frente. I'll tell everyone we don't concern ourselves with the survival of enemy spies. We need them focused on the inspection. And if we get her back here and she isn't cooperative, there's still plenty of room for her in the ocean.
Works for me. What about Chico? He had a chance to stop Paz from hijacking Zeke and he blew it. He's carried that guilt ever since. Kid really did care about her.
Chico, it's hard to say how he'll react.
Have Amanda call him out to Cuba. He shouldn't be here right now.
Paz
Good
hijack
idea.
Metal
They
Gear
haven't seen
Zeke.
each other in a while. Little time with Big Sis and he'll forget all about you-know-who.
Yeah, wasn't that like a special mission
What?
where you'd fight
Still
Zeke
no sign of Chico?
in Peace Walker? I forgot about that.
It's Amanda in Cuba. Our resupply package arrived, but Chico wasn't with it.
There was a boss
Relax,
battle
Amanda.
versus Zeke.
I'm sure he's just exploring Havana or something. First time in the big city. Could have gotten carried away.
Cos, wait.
He had
The
the
boat Chico
complete
was on,
Zeke.
did it stop anywhere before it got to Havana?
Yeah, it had to refuel at Santiago de Cuba. You don't think... Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. He does this now?
It's 60 miles from Santiago to the prison camp. Chico used to cross the mountains with the older Sandinistas like it was nothing. He'll make that in 3 days.
Still, even if he does find his way there.
You know how reckless he can be. Chico thinks we've abandoned Paz. That's why he's doing this.
We'll start by having the intel detachment in Cuba look for him. We can't let him be captured.
And he was captured.
There's some cages to the east of a big building. East an old grassy facility. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
It's a setup.
We have no choice.
Yeah, if Chico talks, he could blow the new cover-up. We can't hold off until the inspection's over.
When can we be ready?
It'll take at least 16 hours to confirm the flight path and prep a bird. The intel unit has started reconning the area.
Sounds like I'll have to miss the inspection.
Boss, we'll just have to send someone else to get them out.
No. I'll go.
Yeah, Chico and Paz would only take orders from you anyway. We can't go taking on those Marines at the base head-on. It's gotta be off the radar, and it's gotta be you.
Hold down the fort, Cos.
Snake, you can forget about civil liberties where you're headed. God only knows what they'd do to you if you got caught. Do not let that happen. The Cubans leased the land to the U.S. as a gesture for helping them gain independence from Spain. The deal remains in effect until both countries agree to dissolve it, or the U.S. abandons the land. That's why America still operates the base even after La Revolucion. Problem is, it's leased land.
Meaning it isn't American soil, so the U.S. Constitution doesn't apply there. That allows them to withhold its civil rights protections.
Yeah, that's Uncle Sam's excuse.
I wish this was
The area
all
was
like
originally
cutscene.
only for detaining refugees from countries like Cuba and Haiti. But a few years ago, the CIA and its like started using it as a black site. Enemies of the state are renditioned there and subjected to extreme forms of interrogation.
I mean, they would just be
You could bet
standing there
Cypher
talking
had
to
a
each
hand
other.
in that.
I guess
As
it
you'd
wouldn't be
expect,
much of a cutscene, I
American
guess.
and other Western human rights organizations aren't allowed anywhere near the place. What happens there disappears down the memory hole.
Who knows what they're doing to Chico and Paz?
Well,
like to
besides the
interrogate her
Chico and Paz
ourselves.
stuff,
But if
well,
worse
we didn't
comes to
need to
worst,
see that.
Make sure she's dead. Chico, on the other hand, we have to bring back, fast. He knows too much about us.
Cos?
The area is surrounded by mines placed by both the U.S. and Cuba, making escape on foot impossible. You're heading into the Lion's Den, Snake. Don't take this one lightly. Come back in one piece.
Yeah.
Alright, time for Paz's spy log.
I heard about Paz's tapes.
Yeah. Why do you think she'd leave him behind? And that diary?
Whatever it was, her commitment was wavering. That much is clear.
So she was leaving
Right.
clues to help us.
No way to know for sure. And the ocean's not giving her back.
November 4th, 1974. At the outskirts of Barranquilla, Colombia. Contact with Big Boss successful. Zadornov posed as my professor, but Big Boss took one look and knew he was KGB. However, he does not seem to suspect me. To him, I am just a peace-loving student, and another victim of the CIA. We asked him to drive the CIA out of Costa Rica. To him, This means betraying his country. His forces are smaller than anticipated. They drift from place to place with nowhere to call home. That provided us an opportunity, so we seized it. Zadornov offered them a plant off the Costa Rican coast to use as a base. As expected, Miller jumped at the chance. Although initially reluctant, Big Boss came around when Zadornov played him the tape. All because the voice on it sounded like his mentor, the boss.
Damn. This bitch sounds like she was a
Naked
bitch.
Snake, the man who once saved the world from the brink of nuclear war. Awarded the title of Big Boss for his service. He later became a mercenary, abandoning both his title and his country. To him, that honor was steeped in the blood of the boss, the mentor he was forced to eliminate. Exceptionally charismatic, he possesses unparalleled combat and intelligence-gathering abilities. His only discernible weakness is her. This operation hinges on how effectively we can exploit that. Kazuhira Miller is Big Boss's lieutenant. Half Japanese, half American. He once served in Japan's self-defense force. Though he and Snake first met as enemies, they discovered a common bond and together built their private army, with Miller directing business and administrative affairs. He comes off as shallow, but his true intent is hard to read. I must be careful. All that is clear is his infatuation with Big Boss. With East and West fighting over its control, Central America is now the most contested region on Earth. CIA Central American Station Chief Coldman has developed Peace Walker, a fully AI-automated, fail-deadly nuclear launch system with which he aims to reignite the Cold War. Snake's new objective in Costa Rica is to prevent that. Zadornov's, or should I say, the KGB's plan is to play the two sides against each other, turning the entire region red. Not one of the three parties realize they're all just pawns in Cypher's hands. Cypher watches all. Mother Base has developed rapidly since being established in the Caribbean Sea. They recruit more personnel daily, and already their mercenary services are turning a profit. Big Boss's leadership and charisma, and Miller's business acumen drive this impressive growth. Furthermore, joining forces with a faction of the FSLN has expanded their power even more. They have even commenced their own weapons development program. All is proceeding according to Cypher's will. I could not be more pleased.
God damn it, pause.
Snake's pursuit of Peace Walker led him to an AI modeled after the boss's thought patterns. It was incomplete, but somewhat ironically, making contact with Snake was the necessary finishing touch. Meanwhile, the scientist behind Peace Walker's locomotive control, Huey, defected to Snake's army. His presence has greatly accelerated weapons development at Mother Base. I failed to anticipate Coldman's madness, but nuclear war was averted. However, this was only after the boss AI on board Peace Walker sank itself to the bottom of the lake, in what could be likened to suicide. The boss laid down her gun, choosing to sing for peace instead, and Snake, himself a gun, parted ways with her. In doing so, he reclaimed the title he once abandoned. He is Big Boss. Zadornov has been detained. Since this leaves my cover identity without a guardian, the Mother Base staff has taken me in. I am now better placed than ever to monitor their internal affairs. Everything continues to unfold according to plan. The developer of the boss AI, Dr. Strangelove, has also come to Mother Base. With her and Huey's expertise, they can now develop a weapon capable of matching Peace Walker.
Metal Gear
Development
Zeke.
on the bipedal weapon is now complete. They call it Metal Gear Zeke. It stands there like some sort of mystical guardian. The soldiers gaze on it with pride and reverence. Big Boss has elected to arm it with a nuclear weapon. As an army without a nation, they seem to feel the need for a deterrent against whatever the world might pit against them. It is a dangerous gambit. Why do such a thing? Their nuclear strategy differs from the Americans and the Soviet Union. The superpowers deter attack by revealing their nuclear arsenals to one another. Snake and his men know that if they were to go public with this, the whole world would unite against them. Business would dry up overnight. So they do not plan on revealing the nuke until necessary. This ace-in-the-hole approach is their idea of a nuclear strategy. Wielding a deterrent, all the while unable to reveal its existence. I wonder if Snake sees how vulnerable this makes them. Yes. Hijack Zeke? Yes, I did indicate that to be our leverage. But I cannot imagine his agreeing to that now. But did you not raise them to safeguard your governance without borders? No. I have not forgotten. Cypher watches all. Yes, things are proceeding, but modifying Zeke has not proven easy. I am using Zadornov to buy some time. No, I have not forgotten what you said. However... Well, forgive me for asking, but... This is you I am speaking to, isn't it, Cypher? I will fight Big Boss. The world must be ruled by a single will. To defy Cypher is a fate worse than death.
Well then. And last but not least, Paz's diaries.
As of today, I will be living here at Mother Base. Now my real trial begins. Zadornov was paying my room, board, and tuition, but he has since been captured. I told the man that with no more money from the KGB, I could no longer afford school. He bought my story, and when I said I would be willing to work, he took pity on me and let me stay. For some reason, Miller really pled my case. That was helpful, but the man is still a fool. His men are no better. They think their training makes them strong, but that kind of strength is nothing in the face of true power. And better yet, they wait on me hand and foot, believing I am just a schoolgirl. Looks like I won't be working too hard after all. Just today, while scouting out the living quarters, I saw a group of them in the corner of the deck making a fuss. Going over for a look, I saw they were feeding a kitten. A bunch of grown hard men, and they're the ones acting like schoolgirls. Look, isn't he cute? What is wrong with them? Disgusted, I just nodded and smiled. I must stay in character after all. I indulged their chit-chat for a few moments. Then one of them asked me to give the thing a name. They had just taken it from its mother. I named it Nuke. I improvised some nonsense about how our compassion for living things can help prevent wars. The men gave me a little fish. I held it out in my palm and the kitten happily ate it up. What a pathetic, feeble creature. It sickens me.
Damn. When you find out Paz was really a dirtbag.
Today, Chico invited me to go fishing with the soldiers. I suppose finding
100%
one's own food does
dirtbag.
have its merit, but I prefer not to be involved in such a degrading task. And their prattling on about fishing being fun is nonsense. I'm not here to find playmates. Nevertheless, distasteful as it was, I went along in order to maintain my cover. Chico thrust a fishing pole into my hands, and we went up onto the deck where several soldiers had gathered. They welcomed us warmly.
Oh, well, find out.
With so few
I don't
women
remember.
aboard Mother Base, I'm treated like a princess. No one suspects I am neither a teenager nor a student. It was nice and sunny, with a gentle breeze and waves. As I cast my line and waited for a bite, the soldiers began to ask me all sorts of questions. As always, I answered according to our predefined scenario, feigning a smile. As I sat there feeding them lies, the fish began to bite, and the soldiers began to focus on their prey. Chico had his bait stolen by a fish, and got so angry that he stood up and nearly fell into the sea. Everybody laughed. It almost made me want to join in too. At some point, I got a bite myself. The instant after I felt that first gentle tug, the fish yanked the line with astonishing strength, and I let out a cry of surprise. I thought he was going to be huge. It was my first time fishing, and I was a bit flustered, so the soldier beside me helped by supporting the pole from behind. "Reel it in," they shouted. I nodded, turning the handle as fast as I could. I wondered what kind of fish live below the surface, and thought back to the deep sea dives I had to do as part of training. Those were difficult days, but I remember finding the multicolored fish gliding through the water incredibly soothing. After a hard fight, I pulled it up. To my surprise, it wasn't even half a vara, rather anticlimactic. But I wasn't doing it for fun, so I wasn't the least bit disappointed. Nuke was hovering nearby with an expectant look on his face, so I gave the fish to him. All in all, a thoroughly wasted day. Preparations are coming along nicely. No one suspects me of being the one to let Zadarnov out of his cell. Today, Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make gallo pinto. It is a simple home-cooked dish consisting of black frijoles mixed with arroz. It is well known throughout Central America, not just in Costa Rica, so it is no surprise that a Nica like Amanda would be good at making it. But I was raised in the States from a very young age, and can hardly even remember my mother's gallo pinto. Having to make chit-chat with that clueless bird lover and the so-called revolutionary was excruciating. And, clueless or not, I will need to be especially careful around Cecile, the one who actually recorded that tape. Thankfully, Miller and his men seem to believe I mistook the tape I found for one my friend made. In any case, one can never be too careful. Anyway, the three of us minced garlic and herbs, then cooked them in a pot with frijoles we'd soaked overnight. While waiting for them to cook, we sautéed onions and arroz in a frying pan. Cecile worked the frying pan according to Amanda's directions, but seemed a bit glum. She does have a knack for cooking, though. She is French, after all. We added water to the pan and watched the arroz begin to steam. While we waited, Amanda shared memories of her mother with us. They had been separated because of Simosa, but the taste of her mother's cooking was still fresh in her mind. When the frijoles were ready, we drained the water, stir-frying them with the rest of the vegetables. Quite a complicated process for home cooking. Nonetheless, it kept them occupied. The longer we sat and talked, the greater the chance of my arousing their suspicions. With women, it is not enough to just bat your eyelashes and giggle. It takes a lot of effort to divert attention. When the arroz was done cooking, we folded it into the frijoles and added salsa, stirring the mixture as it simmered. At this point, for some reason, the conversation turned to romance. Why does it have to be that way whenever women get together and chat? Cecile fancies herself to be well-versed in such matters, and gave Amanda all sorts of advice. It was harmless enough, until, to my irritation, she began pestering me whether there was anybody I liked. Not right now, I said, trying to dodge the question. But she pressed on. It's Snake, isn't it? I gritted my teeth and played it coy. Maybe. Cecile nodded and giggled. He is pretty sexy, isn't he? What a ditz. It's all I can manage to just survive. The thought of romance has never once crossed my mind. I have no interest in that kind of man. Soon enough, a rich aroma began to fill the room. The gallo pinto was ready. Nuke came over and rubbed up against our legs, looking for a handout. Unfortunately, it was not the kind of food a cat would like. We let a few of the soldiers have a bite, and then headed off to the mess hall. The home-cooked flavor we'd achieved was a big hit with the men of MSF. Not that we are trying to impress them or anything. Even I could manage a dish like that. Snake enjoyed it too. Let me make this absolutely clear. I have no interest in that man.
Well, damn.
Football, or soccer as it is known in the States, is extremely popular here. It has not caught on yet in the US, but it has legions of rabid fans all across Latin America. These fans can get so rowdy that it is commonly believed El Salvador and Honduras went to war in 1969 over scuffles in a soccer match. In reality, tensions between the two countries were already high. The match was merely one of the sparks that set them off. But these people are so passionate about this sport that the story seems plausible. Predictably, many of the soldiers here are fans. They have apparently divided themselves into Costa Rican and Nicaraguan teams and started playing each other. To play, you need a ball and 2 goals. The R&D team built and set up simple goals on the deck. I had absolutely no interest, but Chico insisted that I come and watch. It was not a proper match by any means. The pitch was not even regulation size, but the players and spectators alike got pretty excited. They banged empty cans and shouted cheers through the handmade megaphones. It almost felt like carnival. Huey, the referee, blew a whistle to start the match. The soldiers' training has left them in excellent physical shape, but they lacked the honed skills of professionals and their play was quite rough. Midway through, one of the men collided with another. They started shouting at one another, but Huey stepped in. "I thought we had forsaken our countries, become one with the earth," he said, quoting Snake. "We're not competing for national pride here, and we are not fighting for the good of any one country. This is not a war. Soccer is a peaceful sport, am I right?" The soldiers nodded. They know the pain of war, and they share Snake's vision. Perhaps that is why all this resonates with them. Team Costa Rica was down a man, and somehow I was picked to fill in. Costa Rica had the advantage up until that point. I suppose Huey wanted to keep it balanced. The soldiers agreed with Huey's call. Maybe the Costa Rican players felt an even matchup would be more fun too. I could not be bothered to run at first, but chasing the ball out there in the hot sun, I was soon drenched in sweat. Before long, I found myself actively seeking out the ball, partially out of desperation. I picked up a loose ball deep on the opponent's side of the field. Even though he's Nicaraguan, Chico cheered me on, yelling, "Go for it, shoot!" I launched the ball as hard as I could, only to have it blocked by the keeper. Disappointment only increased my determination. In the end, I didn't score a single goal, and Costa Rica gave up its lead. It was really close, though. We congratulated each other on a good match and sprawled out in the shade on the deck, exhausted. The ocean breeze felt so nice on my sun-soaked body. Nuke came over. It is one of his favorite spots, and stretched out next to me. And together, we watched fluffy white clouds drift lazily across the clear blue sky. It was lovely out today, so I decided to sun myself in a lounge chair up on the deck when Strangelove came up to me. Despite the heat, she was in her usual long sleeves and pants. I waved at her. She looked away and mumbled,
There's 10. Okay, we're on 5.
"Hello there. Fancy meeting you here." I asked if she needed anything, feeling her eyes creeping up and down my body like she was savoring it. Finally, she swallowed and said, "You have such beautiful skin." Bewildered, I shook my head and said, "No, not at all. I had heard rumors that she was a lesbian, but she couldn't be after me, could she?" She continued to stare and said, "No, it is beautiful, but you must not let yourself get a little fun," I asked, trying to cut the conversation short. But she shook her head violently. "No, you mustn't. A young lady should take better care of her skin." She was acting strangely now, as if aroused. She lectured me on the perils of tanning, how it ages skin, causing wrinkles and spots, and in the worst cases, even skin cancer. I knew already that tanning could cause spots, but I thought only pale-skinned Anglo-Saxons had to deal with that. Having a scientist tell me it causes aging, though, that spooked me a little. If I am to keep playing the teenager, I will have to start paying more attention to my skin. Sensing my anxiety, she took a small tube from her pocket. She said it was the sunscreen she always used. She told me to keep it.
Apparently.
I didn't know what to say. I was more than happy to take it, but exactly what were her intentions? Was she merely being nice? Or is she really into
We
me?
don't really see that in like
Either
in
way,
Peace Walker. We
there
only
was
have
no
like the
reason to
comic
refuse, I suppose.
way she looks,
I have
and she
undergone
kind of looks
training.
like she's
An
tan with
out-of-shape
blonde
woman does
hair
not pose any real
from the
threat to
comic
me.
pictures.
Having power means not
But
being
she's
afraid.
actually like a white
It
girl,
is the same on a global
blonde.
scale. A country with nukes can dictate terms to a country without them. I thanked her and took the tube. Then she offered to put some on for me. She squirted some lotion onto her fingers and began rolling it into my chest. It happened so suddenly, and I was so taken aback that I did not even think to protest. She caressed my stomach with her long white fingers, then slid them upwards between my bikini-clad breasts.
Hey, yo.
What? Wait, I sputtered as her moist eyes met mine. She was beautiful.
Strangelove trying to play the
Somehow,
moves.
I found myself captivated by this woman more than 10 years my elder. Hold still, she whispered in my ear. I nodded silently, unable to refuse. My body went limp, motionless, as if in a trance. Gently, carefully, she rubbed the lotion all over my entire body.
Hey, yo.
I shouldn't have enjoyed it. And yet, I could not help myself. For a moment, I was spellbound. That woman is dangerous.
That woman is dangerous.
I better watch myself. Protecting one's health is an important part of any agent's job.
She is not a
Despite my
teenager.
best efforts, I have caught a
She's
cold.
playing the role of a
Now that I
teenager, so
think
she's
about
in
it,
her 20s or
Mother
something.
Base's numbers are on the rise, with soldiers coming from all different places and backgrounds. It is no wonder then that sooner or later someone would bring in a virus. That said, what I have got is just a common cold. The medical team said I need a few days rest,
that's what it
so
is
I've been
at the
restricted to
moment.
my room and put on bed rest. I thought I'd gotten used to not having anyone around to relate to, but at times like these, being alone is just miserable. All I could do was lay there and stroke Nuke's back, trying to take my mind off how bad I felt. Nuke just sat there, not making a sound. But I did have visitors.
I like how the cat is like in
Amanda and
every
Chico,
fucking thing.
Huey,
When she was like, the
Cecilia,
cat is fucking
Miller,
disgusting.
And a few
Like,
of the
ah.
soldiers I've
But
become
now she
relatively
hangs with the
close
cat all the damn time in
Amanda
every
made
fucking
me a
diary
soup
entry.
with herbs she said were good for a cold. Miller told me to take it easy. I will sing you a lullaby, he said, then broke out a guitar and sang some incomprehensible song in Japanese. I did not need to understand the lyrics to know he is an awful singer. Then he said, "You know what is good for a cold? Suppositories. Here, I'll show you." He began to take off his pants, so I threw my tissue box at him to make him go away,
Bruh, Miller tried to get him make a move.
saying she had some miracle Indian cure. It has got eucalyptus extract, she said. It works best if you rub it into your chest. And then she tried to take off my nightshirt. I whacked her with my pillow, and I got rid of her. Chico brought me a little flower in a cup. It had been growing in a little bit of earth that probably found its way on board stuck to something else. I found this on the deck. Here, you can have it. He tried to act nonchalant, but I am pretty sure he's got a crush on me. None of them understand. If they thought these little visits would cheer me up, they were wrong. Tonight, Snake himself came to my room. Like the rest, he believes I am just a schoolgirl, and treats me as such. Why did you abandon your country, I asked him. Why create the MSF?
Well, it's been I think in Peace Walker, when they first meet her, she's 16 or 16.
He was not exactly
after Peace Walker, we don't know how many years it's been after she arrived on Mother Base and all that.
All he could do was fight. And that is why he needed the MSF, because that is all he is any good for. Then he said,
but
fighting is the
they
only
still
thing
call
I
her a
understand.
teenager, so
But that does not
she's
mean
gotta
I
be
have
still
got
in
a
her
grudge
teens.
against those who believe in peace. I am not one of them.
Dies in her
and I
mid-20s.
do not believe in peace.
Right.
Conflict is in man's nature. We fight our enemies in order to survive. Maybe we are not so different after all, he and I.
But apparently,
But that is
when
exactly
she got to
why
Mother
I'm
Base, she
going
was
to have to
already
kill
in
her.
her 20s,
Or else he will
playing
have
the
to kill
role
me.
as a teenager.
When I stop
she might
and think
be-
about this wretched existence,
She's just
being
young
killed by a
looking.
man like that suddenly does not seem like such a bad thing. Every month, Mother Base throws a party for all the soldiers whose birthdays fall in that month. There is something strange about a military organization having parties. Really though, it is just an excuse to drink and make noise. It is not easy to get alcohol in a fortress in the middle of the ocean. Most days they are training from dawn till dusk. They do not have time for things like drinking. That is why Snake and Miller came up with the idea, to give everyone a chance to let loose. Obviously, a bunch of boors like that are not going to bother with blowing out candles on a cake. Rather, they sit there in a cloud of cigarette smoke, drink beer, eat meat, tell tasteless jokes, and swap crude insults about one another's hometowns. But it hardly ever breaks out into something serious. They talk up a storm, but they're just having fun. It is funny. You have got members of FSLN rubbing shoulders with the UCLAs, people who once would have considered the other mortal enemies. I wonder if that is what makes Big Boss so popular. In leaving their countries behind, they leave their hatred for other countries too. Miller seemed a little protective of me. Hope they're not being too crude, he said. But soon enough, he too was drunk. He yelled, "Come here and take a look at the real Kazuhira Miller." Then dropped his pants and mooned everybody. The other soldiers burst out laughing. I have never seen such a crude, ridiculous party before. And yet, all these people, laughing and acting the fool. Is this what they call peace? For some reason, I began to think about all that has happened since I came here. Fishing with Chico, cooking with Amanda and Cecile, playing soccer, having visitors when I caught a cold. When I stop and think about it, my time here has been the most peaceful of my life. But that is about to end. I cannot imagine he will be willing to negotiate. It seems I am to fight the legendary Big Boss. I do not know if I'll be able to beat him. But if I have to choose between death and defying Cypher, I will gladly choose death. The thought of dying does not scare me. But if I disobey my orders, the fear and despair awaiting me will be far worse than anything I can imagine. It was Cypher who took me in as an orphan, gave me food and a place to live. His orders may have been unreasonable, but I will never repay my debt entirely. It seems I have no choice. I must fight this man. I must fight Snake. Do you know Miller, Snake's right-hand man? Apparently has got at least one serious weakness. He is an insatiable womanizer. He does not bother me, most likely because he considers teenagers off-limits. But he has hit on every single one of the few female soldiers here at Mother Base. They ought to be telling him where to stick it, but end up falling for it so easily. I think some of it stems from the fact that he is actually not that bad looking. Anyway, today, that nasty habit got him in trouble. He and Snake got into one of their rare fights, and I was there to see it. They burst out of the showers, completely naked, trading punches. I am no child. The sight of a naked man does not make me blush, but this was something else. Maybe this'll teach you, Snake yelled as he slammed his fists into Miller's chest. I heard later that apparently he'd been two-timing someone, and that same someone had gone to Snake with her troubles. As I see it, it is her own fault for letting herself be deceived like that. If she is too dumb to see through Miller's lies, then she got what she deserved. But this was not the first time it had happened, or the second, and Snake read Miller the riot act. Miller argued back, and what began as a shouting match turned into a fist fight. "You son of a bitch," Miller yelled as he swung. "Not bad," said Snake, smiling, "but not good enough." And then he was back on the offensive. They had already been at it pretty hard in the showers, and their bodies were covered with bruises. Both of these men had been trained for war, their bodies deadly weapons. They were each bleeding from a dozen places. All this from a fist fight. Even so, it was far less gruesome than if they had given it their all. It was obvious that one of them would be dead were they fighting for real. Miller took another swing, yelling, "Try this then!" Snake parried, then responded in kind. But I could tell he was not aiming for anything vital. "You are one tough bastard, boss," Miller muttered. A smile crept across his face as he caught his breath. And then they went right on fighting. Blood and sweat flew off their glistening bodies. It was combat without hatred or hostile intent. I had never seen violence like this before. And yet, it was more than just a friendly tussle. They were utilizing every technique they knew. It was not a sporting match. They were not playing by the rules. How could they keep this up? At last, the two men tired themselves out, and the bizarre scene came to an end. They looked at each other's battered bodies, and then burst out laughing, embracing and congratulating each other on a good fight. It all seemed so idiotic. I still cannot fathom such behavior. But somehow, I got the sense that for all his womanizing, Miller really only trusted one person, and that was Snake. There was no way I could ever come between the two of them. And at that thought, I began to feel as if I had lost. All of Mother
Damn.
Base is preparing
Snake
for a
and Miller were
festival.
best boys.
Since Snake and his soldiers spent
Friendship
so
goals.
much time fighting, they are setting aside one day a year for peace and relaxation. I do not know all the details, but apparently that is what Snake and Miller decided. These soldiers love the idea, of course. There is so little fun to be had here that everybody looks forward to events like these. That is all well and good, but somehow I got roped into getting on stage. "Come on, we even both have peace in our name," said Miller. "And Zadarnov, that old Ruski's name, has something to do with peace too, right? Hey, as long as we're having a day of peace, we ought to get an act together. The Three-Piece
Yeah,
Band."
Miller would.
I thought he was joking.
In Metal
He then
Gear
proceeded
1.
to share his idea without bothering to check with me. And now, I am slated to sing. Apparently, he had heard me on the deck one day, and since then he's wanted to form a band. Everybody's looking forward to it, so there is no way for me to back out now. I have never done anything
Right.
like this. But it does feel kind of nice to know that people are looking forward to it. I mean, it cannot be any worse than Miller's singing. But modifications to Zeke are already finalized, and I must complete my mission. Betray Cypher now, and I will face a fate far worse than death. Still, there's no need to put things in motion just yet. What difference would it make to just wait a little while longer? A whole day of peace. The mission can wait until after that. Can it not? I know I am only delaying the inevitable. When the day comes, one of us will have to die. Snake or me. But still, if I could just come up with some way to stall Cypher, at least until our day of peace. When did I start having thoughts like this? My cover is blown. They know nothing of Cypher or my true objective, but they know I am a spy. There is no more time left. I must act now. I must complete my mission. How did it come to this? All I wanted was 3 more days. Just 3. Miller's already finished writing the song. It is called Love Deterrent. It is about a girl who cannot express her true feelings. I have been practicing. I am no pro, but I was pretty sure I would do a decent job. And now this. Cypher found out that Zeke was complete. He must have someone inside Mother Base besides me, spinning his tightly wound web of control, leaving no room for individual will. Typical. When they found out Zeke was complete, I was ordered to execute the operation immediately. If I was going to enjoy just one day of peace, I had to ensure the plan could not move forward. I tried to sabotage Zeke. I thought by damaging the drive system, they would have no choice but to delay their plans. I waited until midnight, and then snuck into the hangar. There would be trouble if it looked like sabotage. I selected one of the drive system's load-bearing parts and carefully worked to warp its shape. The leg's drive system requires a high degree of precision to operate. Even the smallest deviation would have done it. Then, Chico walked in. Maybe it was one of those nights where he could not sleep. In any case, he saw me, panicked, and took off running. It would have been easy to kill him, but I could not. I know he likes me. It is not as if I would ever have an interest in a child like him, but I could not pull the trigger. Not at him, not in the back. Will he tell them? Or is there a chance he will keep it a secret? Protect me? No. He knows now. Knows I am not who he thought I was. He ran without even questioning what I was doing. There is no chance he does not know. And soon, all I have built here will end. And if Cypher has another agent among them, if he finds out I tried to sabotage Zeke, this place will no longer be my heaven. Then it is settled. I make my move now. Chico walked in before my sabotage was complete, so Zeke should still be operational. It might not run at full speed or power, but I do not have time to fix that. Without Zeke, I do not have a chance in hell of winning. I must act fast before Chico sounds the alarm. I knew it would come to this. I just did not think it would be so soon. It is time, Zeke. Metal Gear Zeke. Activate.
Yeah, you were right. She was enjoying her time of peace. They reckon? Ah. Oh, that's that. A lot of info for we were in there for like 2.5 hours. Like and most I think we were mostly in the audio logs longer than I was actually playing the game. Wild how that works. We'll run the first mission before the end here, because it's getting late. I still gotta make dinner and take the dog out. No, we're not doing Metal Gear Online. I wonder if Metal Gear Online is still active. I mean, obviously it's saying download it. Why are you taking the dog out? It has to go outside to go shit, pee. The usual dog things, so they don't do it in the house. Where is it? His owners? They're in Florida. Nah, the kids are with their grandmother. So I don't have to worry about them. What the fuck? Being the dog. The dog's upstairs.
Who is me? Accuise-me.
Wait, are they starting me into the mission already?
Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking? Can you move your head? Just nod if you can hear me. Look up, please. Very good. How do you feel now? Can you speak? What is your name? When were you born? Can you recall? Good. Now then. Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know you would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years. Damn it! Nosocoma! 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 Nurse! Calm down. Calm down. Try not to panic. Wait a second. Try not to panic. You'll be all right.
How would you feel if you were told, like, you know, you went to sleep and then you woke up and you're in a hospital and then all of a sudden they're like, yo,
how do you feel?
You've been in a coma for 9 years. Like, what?
It's been 1 week since you came to. Now, let's try getting you out of that bed. Nurse.
Like, that would be insane. Like, right?
You've lost some strength, but we've been maintaining your muscle mass through massages, CPM therapy, and EMS. Now, I need to explain something to you, but you mustn't be alarmed. 9 years ago, you were injured in an explosion. Upon examination, we discovered 108 foreign bodies embedded within you. In addition to shrapnel, we also found fragments of human bone. and human teeth. Most of it was removed, but some of the fragments still remain. They are located near your heart and in your skull. Look at this. The fragments are lodged deep within your cerebral cortex. We couldn't give you an MRI, the metal, you see. But even if we were to extract it, you would most likely suffer a brain hemorrhage. Mental and physical impairment are unavoidable.
His concept looks so deep.
However,
Oh,
the
damn.
current status is not life-threatening.
Like if he survived the helicopter explosion.
One more thing. This X-ray is of your upper body. You better look now. Best to understand your situation sooner than later. I know it's difficult, but please look down. It's best to see with your own eyes. Be brave. Nosokoma, Grigor, try to calm down. Calm down. Please, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Yes, yes. Calm down. Yes. Yes.
Dude, that means like, yo, all of a sudden I would fall asleep and I'll wake up and it'll be 9 years later. It'll be like 2030 something. I would be like, be 2032. And I would be like, wait, what? I'd be in my 40s, like, wait, what?
It's true. There are those who wish you would never woken up. You should be dead, but you're not. The wheels are in motion. Your enemies are everywhere. We must alter your appearance immediately. Otherwise, I fear you won't leave this place alive. It's a wide open world up there, so there's something we need to take care of first.
Put me back in bed.
I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. What you look like, however.
Oh. Damn, I forgot about this Avatar shit. You only got 4 hairstyles. Fuck it. I'll take it as is. I think that's what I had it set at. When I made it the first time.
Very good. Now, let's remove these bandages. Your face has healed nicely. To tell you the truth, these bandages were more for your protection. To hide you from those who want you dead. As of today, your name is Ahab. Forget everything. Your name, your past.
He's like, hey, yo.
This is you, as you've lived until this day. Tomorrow, it becomes a phantom.
See his face like. That man kicked me off the hospital.
Not yet. The patient in the next bed saw my face. Of course. Consider it done.
I think, and that's supposed to be Big Boss right there. Yeah, that was actually Big Boss. Save your ass.
Okay, have time to go. What happened to the woman? The woman? We gave her a light. She took the short way down. Who are you? Who am I? You're talking to yourself.
They say you're talking to
Been
yourself.
watching over you for 9 years. You can call me Ishmael. What the hell is going on? Well, the good news is, you're in the land of the living. Bad news? The whole world wants you dead. On your feet, soldier. The whole place is coming down. Need a little pick-me-up? Okay. Here. Nothing like a little digoxin to get you back in the game. Come on!
Remember, Big Boss doesn't have, like, one arm missing.
Can you keep up? Drug's not working.
Yeah, they really did replace his voice.
We're getting out of here. Move it. Let's take the stairs.
Like, bro, don't leave me.
This way.
Damn, Big Boss a dirtbag. At least he's waiting.
This isn't gonna work. We better take the elevator.
He could. Shit. Psycho Mantis.
What the hell is that? Something's coming.
We got the flaming Dahaka.
Calm down. You can do this.
His arm is all like flop.
Drugs kicked in? Good, let's hurry. Hold up, let's fix this. Next time, do it yourself. It's always good to try and mend your injuries while hiding from the enemy. Over there.
My man's really trying to teach him. You gotta man up. You gotta be me.
Let's go. This way, hurry. Get down.
Help me, please.
Let's move.
Get man out of here.
Help me. I don't want to die.
Like a fucking survival horror, bro. Oh shit. That man got the right idea.
Move, go!
Shit. It's ugly down there. Turn back. This way.
Πάμε γρήγορα. Come on.
Σας παρακαλώ, τι συμβαίνει?
Why are we all just standing?
Κανένας θα μας σκοτώσουνε.
Ναι, τον είδα πριν λίγο.
What's happening out there?
It's all right, we'll be okay.
I can't see what's happening.
Do you hear that?
What's going on out there?
Hey! Oh, πρόσεχε!
Hey!
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 I can't see what's happening.
What is that? What's happening out there? Does anybody know?
Hey!
We should... You hear them coming?
Who are they?
Please.
This is definitely not some survival horror type, or not even survival horror, but it's just like definitely some survival shit.
Anything?
Negative. He came in here. Keep looking.
This way. We're sitting ducks. Blend in with the bodies. Get down on your stomach and crawl. If you move, we're done for. Play dead. Freeze.
And then all of a sudden, my controller has drift. This is. Hey, yo, this man whipping out an RPG. Man, he's peeing himself right now. Oh, I'm about to say. Part of Foxhound. Remember?
Grenade! Take this!
It doesn't, but eventually he does join them. Wait, yes it does. Oh, well, they're called Fox. Not Foxhound.
Damn it! Coming! Move!
No, there's XOF, but Snake had it on his patch, it was Fox. In the last game, look around. It was in reverse. The XOF Skullface had those badges. But didn't not Miller, Zero kept it going though, right? And Zero wants Big Boss.
Hold on. We better stop and treat that injury.
I don't know. It'll be explained in time. That was just my first assumption.
We'll have to take the stairs down. Hold down the aim button to aim. Then press the attack button to fire. Destroy it. Take the left. Pretty good. Nice work. Let's go.
Say you're pretty good.
I'll run interference.
Big Boss. Doing Big Boss things. I'm out of ammo. I can't do CQC yet. If I was these guys, I would be like, oh nah. What the fuck? It looks like Vulcan. Has like the bullets. I mean, it would make sense because that's how Vulcan kind of died. Meanwhile, we're just out here like. Fucking rammed that fucker. Fuck it. Get on out. This man is not having a good day. How a tank didn't fuck with this man, but an ambulance smashed him into a wall and staggered him. He must have picked up a whole lot of speed. Launching fire trucks at you. Why you wear your seatbelt? And we never saw Big Boss again. Until Sons of the Patriots. This... that a burning whale? Oh, guns. Yeah, guns of the Patriots. Thing swallowed that whole helicopter. If Psycho Mantis was doing shit like this at his old age, we'd be fucked.
Get on! I'm on your side! Hurry! Hurry! Hang on! Use this! Watch our backs! Shoot him! Will that bastard fall down! Careful, the gun's slow to reload! Watch it! You're vulnerable when you reload! Shoot him! Don't let him attack! Shoot him! Keep him back! Burn to the ground! We shook him off. Shoot him now! There. Watch for an opening. I see it. Armor! We're almost there.
The odds of lightning just striking. Was that Ocelot? Actually, now you mentioned it. Yeah. That wasn't Miller.
name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. The second was to rescue the man himself.
Yeah.
You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance. First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan?
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. The Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. The squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now, in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet
I also
garrison.
just like saying that.
He'll be interrogated for a
Shashka.
few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now it's 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
He's like, I'm easing into the role. Well, apparently, remember that one dude? Zanir, the guy in Peace Walker who was with Paz, he had a robotic arm too. That was more than 9 years ago from here. He's like, that's even worse. That was the freaking 60s. Yeah. I think, what, 68 or something? My question is, why he only give me a... Well, this is the end game. My end game character looked like. But he gave him... Oh, I totally forgot about the dog. Well, with all of that done, it's time for me to end. It's 9 o'clock. We'll run some more tomorrow. My security team is lacking. Back on tomorrow after I get out of the gym, work, and we'll get back to it. We're in the Phantom Pain. We in the final game, or is it? Or am I gonna jump back into? Or am I gonna jump into Survive? Nah. Hey, word, guys. Mr. Camphor. Hey, everybody else who's in the cut, lurking. Until tomorrow, hopefully. Continue this game. And I'll be done with the Metal Gear series, and then I can move on to your game that I have in queue, Onimusha. Indeed. Until tomorrow, guys. I'll leave y'all with some Raiden tune since we played that not too long ago.
Wash away the sun.